Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to yield farm with Kava using your Ledger device. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm here on the Kava homepage. I'll leave a link to this down in the description. Kava is a cryptocurrency platform that allows you to yield farm a couple of different ways, so I'm going to show you those. But the cool thing I'm going to show you today is the ability to store the private keys of our cryptocurrency on a Ledger Nano hardware device, which makes this very secure. So I'm really excited about this, so let's dive in. So the first thing we'll want to do is make sure we get the right app on our Ledger device for storing our private key. Since Kava is built on the Cosmos platform, we're going to need to get the Cosmos app installed on our device. So we're going to run over here to Ledger Live. This is the software interface for our Ledger device. All right, now we can't manage Kava in Ledger Live in the accounts section. We're going to have to use the Kava interface. But that's no problem. But what we do need Ledger Live for is to get the Cosmos app on our device. So let's head over here to Manager. All right, now if you're in a different application, say you were in Ethereum or Bitcoin, you'll need to exit that. So I'm just going to navigate over to Quit. I think I was in the Ethereum app before. All right, you need to be at the home screen, and then you'll allow Ledger Manager by clicking both buttons, and then you're taken over to Ledger Manager. Now, as you can see, I already have Cosmos on my device, but if you don't have Cosmos on your device, you'll just go over here to the app catalog. You can search for it, COS. All right, and you'll just make sure that you download the Cosmos Atom app onto your device. Now, if you already have the Cosmos app on your device, you should head over to Manager just to make sure you've got the latest version of that app. If you don't, when you get over here, you'll see up at the top that there's some apps that need to be updated, right? So just make sure you've got the Cosmos app on your device and that you're running the latest version of it. All right, and then you're done with Ledger Live. All right, now we'll just go back over here to the Kava homepage and we can launch the app. All right, now you'll notice there that it wants to connect to my Ledger. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and enter the Cosmos app in preparation of this. We'll hit Ledger, and then that takes us into the Kava app. Now you can see that it's connected to my device and that it's showing me my current balance. You can see your balances up here of Kava, of your USDX, and your available BNB balance. So I'm going to show you how to fund this wallet so you can get started, and then I'll explain a little bit about what's going on here. All right, so the first thing you'll want to do is get your hands on some Kava. You can buy it on Binance, but if you're in the US and you can't use Binance, you can use Kraken. And Kraken is a great platform for purchasing lots of different cryptocurrencies. So first thing you'll want to do is get your account funded. Now you can fund your account with a deposit of US dollars. I'll show you that. And there are several ways of doing this, but you're going to need to send a wire from your bank to their bank in order to fund your account. And that might take a bit. I'm going to choose a little quicker and easier way, and I'm going to fund my account with US Tether. So I'm just going to choose deposit here. I'll select my method. I'll use the ERC20 version of Tether because that's what I have, right? We'll just acknowledge this. And then they give you the Tether address. Now, I've already used this one before. If you don't have a Tether address, you can simply hit this plus and it will generate a new one for you. I'll go ahead and use this one. I'll select the address, copy it into my clipboard, and then I'm going to run over to my Ledger wallet, and I've got some Tether here. So we'll just send some Tether over to our account. I'm going to paste that Tether deposit address from Kraken in here. It tells me that it can't auto-verify. It usually does for cryptocurrency exchange addresses, but we can eyeball it, just double check to make sure it's the same address. We can just eyeball it back and forth. All right, looks good to me. So we'll hit continue here. I'll send $100 worth of Tether into my account, and then I'll hit continue. Now I need to be in my Ethereum app, so I'll just go ahead and exit out of the Cosmos app for now. Go navigate over to Ethereum, and I'll go ahead and continue this transaction. All right, and there we go. I'm just going to sign the transaction with my device. I'll review it. I'm going to send $100 worth of Tether into my Kraken account. We'll hit both buttons, and it's off. So I'll just wait a few minutes for that deposit to hit my Kraken account. I got an alert that the Tether had arrived in my Kraken. Right, you can see I've got $104 worth of Tether in my account. So I can use that for trading, for Kava. So let's go over to trade. All right, so let's go ahead and trade for that Kava. I'm going to switch over to intermediate here. All right, and I'm going to search for Kava up here. All right, and there it is, Kava. Looks like they only will let me use US dollars to trade for Kava. So the first thing I'll do is go ahead and liquidate my Tether into US dollar. So we'll just do that. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to, in order to liquidate that Tether, I'm just going to choose sell Tether, right? I'll go ahead and sell $100 worth of that Tether. I'm going to choose market, so this happens right away. We'll hit sell US Tether for US dollar. I'll go ahead and confirm that. All right, so now I've got the currency that I need to buy my Kava. So let's go back up here to Kava. All right, we're going to trade Kava for US dollars. All right, so I'm going to buy Kava for US dollar. All right, so I'm going to need to figure out how much Kava I can get for $100. I can just go over to CoinGecko and do that. All right, we'll just do this, and we'll put in $100 and see how much Kava I can get. I can get 50 Kava, a little less for $100. That should work out. That's a nice even number anyway. All right, so I'm going to choose 50 Kava here. We're going to do market. That's going to cost me $100.77, which I've got in the US dollar account. We'll hit buy Kava with US dollar. All right, so let's hit that. Off we go to the races. All right, so now you can see I've got 50 Kava in my Kraken account. There we go. Took a little bit of doing, but not bad. It's probably the only way you can get your hands on Kava in the US. I could be wrong about that. If you know some other exchanges where you can buy Kava, let me know in the comments down below. All right, but there's our Kava. So let's go ahead and deposit our Kava in our account. Let's go back over here to the app if we can find it. Okay. All right. Now you can see here that I've got a Kava address that I can use to deposit Kava into this account. So I'm just going to copy this address into my clipboard. And let's go back over to Kraken and do a withdrawal of the Kava. Now I've never withdrawn Kava before, so I need to add that address into my whitelist. So I'll just go ahead and click add address. We'll call this our Kava app. All right, and the address is here. I'll paste that in, and I'll click Save Address. All right, they're going to confirm that with an email, so I'll run over, check my email. All right, and there we go. I'll just click that link to confirm that address, and that address has been successfully whitelisted in my Kraken account. All right, it takes us back here. Let's go over to withdraw again. All right, and this time I can select that Kava app address. I'll go ahead and choose the maximum by just clicking here. Let's do a withdrawal. Don't know if I'll survive that fee. Let's see what happens. Hey, it worked. Okay, so I must have had like 50 point something in there, I guess. Oh, I see. They took it out of my principal. So that's why I was able to withdraw that. I told them I wanted to take out 50 and they subtracted the fee from that, right? So that worked out fine for me. So we'll just wait for that to occur. All right, now we're waiting for some Kava to come in from Kraken. So we can check that in balance. We'll see our balance should go up here shortly for our Kava. Oh, there it went already. All right. So the Kava has arrived from our Kraken account. Let's go ahead and load that BNB now. The reason I'm using Binance Coin is currently right now, BNB is the token that you can use for yield farming within Kava. So you're going to need to deposit it into your Kava account. Now that's interesting because we're not depositing our BNB in a BNB wallet or a BNB address. We're basically converting it over to the Kava chain. We're kind of wrapping the BNB here. You don't need to wrap your head around that too much, but just keep that in mind. Now you can deposit Binance Coin into this interface here and you can withdraw it. You're not losing your BNB at all. And the cool thing about Kava yield farming in this case here is that you can end it at any time immediately, right? There's no waiting period. But let me show you how it works. So if we go up here to balances, you can see that I have some BNB available here, a small amount of BNB, and then I also have some BNB already locked. Now I'll show you how that works in a second, but first let me show you how to get some BNB in here. We're going to choose load, right? It's not deposit, it's load. So I'm going to load some BNB into this. So I'll hit load, and it wants me to connect to a wallet that I have. All right, so I can connect to a Ledger or a Trust wallet. So how do I do that, right? It's not like moving it from a cryptocurrency exchange into the Kava, right? So I'm going to need to have some BNB already in a wallet for this to work right. Right, so I can do that though. If I purchase a little BNB over on, say, Binance US, for those of you who are in the US, you may not have access to Binance proper, so you'll need to buy a little BNB on Binance US. Very simple to do, right? You can use US dollars or you can trade it for other cryptocurrencies. I could fund this account with a little Tether if I wanted to. Getting your hands on BNB is not that difficult. All right, but we do need it in our wallet. So that's the trick here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Trust wallet in this case. All right, and you can see the Trust wallet supports various different cryptocurrencies, but what we want to deal with now is BNB. So I need to put some BNB into this wallet. So I'm just going to go over to BNB and I'm going to tap receive. I'm going to need to get that address into my web browser. So I'm going to choose share and I'll just mail it to myself. That way I don't have to type it in by hand, right? I can just send it into my web browser and then I'll cut and paste it into my Binance US account. All right. So I'll put this down for a sec. Let's go over to our web browser. I'll go ahead and check my mail. All right, and there's that BNB address. Now this is the BNB address of my Trust wallet. Now when you send BNB to an exchange, they're going to ask you for a memo. But when you're sending it to your own wallet, you don't need the memo field. You just need the address. So don't get freaked out when it asks you to put in the memo because you don't need it. You can safely ignore it. All right, so we'll do there's my BNB. Let's do withdraw. I'm going to paste in my BNB address of my Trust wallet. I don't need the memo, right? So I'll just tick that off that I don't need the memo. I'll go ahead and send the full amount of that BNB over to my wallet, and I'll click submit. All right, and they're going to send me an email to confirm. I'll just go over and confirm that withdrawal. And the BNB is on its way. Okay, just did a quick refresh there. We've got the BNB in our Trust wallet now. All right, so now we can go ahead and load this BNB into our Kava interface. And I got a lot of balls in the air here. I hope you guys can follow all this. but the rewards will be sweet, my friends. All right. Let's go ahead and load that BNB now. Now, this is going to require a little bit of concentration too. So we need to make sure that we are in our Trust wallet at this moment. All right. I'm going to go back over here. Just make sure that your Trust wallet is launched. Let's go over here to load. So we're going to load some BNB into this. We'll hit load. We're going to choose Trust wallet, and they're going to give us this QR code. So what we need to do with that is scan it with our Trust wallet so that we can connect. Down at the bottom of the Trust wallet in the bottom right corner is that little gear icon. I'm going to tap that. And then I'm going to choose Wallet Connect. So I'll tap Wallet Connect. It's going to open up the camera on my phone. I'm going to scan that QR code, and that connects my wallet. So I'm going to choose Connect. And now the wallet is connected. All right, it wants to know how much BNB I'm willing to fund there. I'm going to choose max. If you remember, there was a little more than 2 BNB in my Trust wallet. I'll go ahead and put this back up for a second. We'll go ahead and choose fund. You'll notice a confirmed transaction comes up in my Trust wallet. I'm going to choose OK to confirm that. And then we will see that that's funding. And there we go, all done. We can hit done there. And then you can see that my BNB balance has gone up. All right, so all the pieces of this are finally starting to come together. We've deposited some Kava. We've loaded some BNB into the wallet. And now we can mint some USDX. As you can see, I've already got some. I've been minting already. But now that you've got all the components in there, let me show you how that works. First, you're going to need to lock some of your BNB. So you can see here that I've got 54 BNB locked already. And then I've got some available BNB that I can add to that. Right? If you're just starting this, you should see 0 locked BNB, and all of your BNB will be showing up here as available. All right? So I'm going to choose lock. And how much more BNB can I lock? Well, I've got 3 available. So I'll just go ahead and choose 3. And I'll choose lock. Now, when we do this, we're going to need to sign the transaction with our ledger device. So let's go back over to the ledger and prepare for this. If you recall, I transferred some Ethereum. So I need to get out of the Ethereum app and go back over to the Cosmos app, because the Cosmos app is what is controlling this private key for this Kava wallet. All right, I'm ready in the Cosmos app. I'm going to choose lock. All right, and there it asks me to sign the transaction. I'll review that. I'll just scroll through with the metal button until I get over to accept all the way. And sign transaction. We'll hit both buttons there. And there we go. And there we go. We did it. We'll hit done. All right. Now let's take a look at what has happened here. As you can see now, my locked balance has gone up. So I have more BNB available to yield farm with. All right. I also can have an available balance to withdraw. I can withdraw this BNB right out of this wallet if I want to. But while it's in here and while it's locked, I can use it as collateral for borrowing USDX, or what we might want to call minting USDX. So basically when we do this, we're making more USDX available on the network, and they're going to pay us rewards in Kava for this. So I can, and as you can see here, I'm at 53%, which is a pretty safe borrowing limit. But I'm going to take it up a notch. I'm going to hit borrow here. You'll see that I've already borrowed 489 USDX, right? And I can repay that anytime. And when I repay that USDX, I will have a larger amount of BNB available for withdrawal. So, but let's go ahead and borrow a little more. In your case, you'll probably see a bunch of locked BNB, and all of it will be available for withdrawal. And you'll have a zero balance of USDX. So you can, and your available to borrow will be pretty high, right? So we'll hit borrow, and then we choose Safe Max. It's going to allow us to borrow a little more. So I'll go ahead and hit borrow here, and I need to sign this on my device again, because the private keys for this Kava wallet are on my Ledger device. All right, so it wants me to view the transaction. I'll scroll through. To sign transaction, I'll hit both buttons. Just going to confirm that. And we're done. We'll hit done here. Now you can see that I have a larger borrowed balance of USDX. A USDX is a stable coin. You can't really trade it anywhere yet, but once you have it minted, you can send it out somewhere else if you want to, but then you will have to end up paying it back at some point if you want to recover your collateral, right? So I'm choosing just to leave it here right now. But in the future, as more and more exchanges start listing USDX, the Kava-based USDX, you'll be able to, say, leverage yourself by going and selling it and buying some other assets. But I'm choosing to play it kind of safe here. I've leveraged it to 54%, and I will earn rewards on that. You'll notice here that I've been earning rewards, and at this point I've earned about 5.8 Kava over the last couple of weeks. May not seem like much, but I don't have a huge amount in here. Other people may put more in here. But as far as I have noticed, this is probably one of the best yields that you can get by minting USDX. And every week I can claim more. All right. So the more USDX I borrow, the more Kava I will be rewarded on a weekly basis. Now, I can tick this up a little more if I want to. If I'm brave, right? I could borrow more. So let's say I'd like to borrow another 100, right? I'll go ahead and borrow another 100. All right, I'm going to sign that transaction on my device. Let's go over here. I'll go ahead and hit both buttons. And transactions confirmed, right? We'll get that. Now notice what's happening here. I'm borrowing, my borrow limit is at 65%, and my liquidation price is $15.87. And what that means is if the price of BNB goes down below $15.87, my collateral could be liquidated, right? So this, although the rewards are pretty high, it is not without its risks, right? You're going to need to keep an eye on the current price of your collateral coin, right? You don't want the price of your collateral coin to go below this liquidation level, right? So, and as you noticed, the more I borrowed, the higher the liquidation price. Before it was around 13. Now that I'm leveraged myself up to 65, that liquidation price got a little bit higher. So it's a little more risky. Now, if I want to just take it back down, I can repay. I'll just go ahead and repay that. Let's repay that $100. I'll hit repay. I'm going to need to sign that transaction again. We'll go over here to sign transaction. I'll hit both buttons. And there we go. And we're good. Now, notice that my borrowed balance went back down. My percentage went back down to 54, which is the safer percentage. And the liquidation price went back down to 13.24. All right. So BNB has to go all the way down to 1324 for a liquidation to occur. So it's a little safer, right? So you can leverage yourself all the way up to 80, 90%. But when that happens, you're going to see the liquidation price will get much closer to the current price. And you'll have to, check it on a daily basis, or not, several times a day if you're gonna push yourself that far. I prefer to keep it at the safe balance. You can be even more conservative if you want. You can borrow even less and be around 30 or 40, but your Kava rewards won't be as great, right? So 54 is a good medium. Okay, and you saw me repay there. That's really easy. I could repay the entire balance and free up all of my BNB if I wanted to. And this lock does not mean that you can't get it out, right? You won't be able to get it out if you've got borrowed USDX, right? Because that is your the BNB is your collateral. But if you pay back all of the USDX and your borrowed balance is zero, then you'll see that your entire balance will be available for withdrawal, and you can take it out with no repercussions, right? Because you've got zero USDX balance. And then you can withdraw this back to your own. You can withdraw your BNB back to your own wallet. Let's take a look at how that works here. I'll just choose withdraw, and I'll take the 2 BNB out and choose withdraw. I'm going to need to sign that on my device. All right, we'll hit both buttons there. And it's done. And you can see my locked balance goes down. My available goes down a little bit. And then up here in balances, that 2 BNB has gone back in. Right? Now this balance here, this available balance here, I can withdraw back to my own wallet, right? This is just simply a BNB based type wallet, right? I can just withdraw to a BNB account. Now, but keep in mind that you will need, if you're going to withdraw the BNB from here, it has to go to a wallet, right? It can't go to an exchange because there's no field for the memo, right? So if you're going to return the assets to your own Binance chain wallet, then it'll need to be a wallet, right? A trust wallet or some other type of wallet that holds BNB. Now you'll notice also that when I withdrew that BNB from my BNB locked balance, that my percentage went up a little bit, right? I have less BNB available as collateral. So I'll go ahead and put that back in there by hitting lock and putting that 2 back in there. I'll hit lock again. I'm going to need to sign it on my device. Hit both buttons. We'll confirm that. And we're done. And you'll see there that my locked balance went back up to 57. My leverage percentage went back down to 54. And then the available balance in the BNB wallet is that change that I've got over here. Right? So that's the process, right? You're going to need to deposit BNB into this wallet by hitting load, right? That puts BNB into this whole wallet interface. Once it's in there as available, we can lock it. So that locks it up as collateral. And then once we've done that, we've locked our BNB, then we can borrow USDX, basically minting USDX, and borrow as much as your risk will allow, right? I'm keeping mine around 54, the safe balance, but you can borrow more. As you can see, I still have $420 that I can borrow if I'm daring, right? If I'm willing to risk liquidation by a price fluctuation. So you know the cryptocurrency market is pretty volatile, so you better to play it safe and keep an eye on the market constantly while you're doing this. But you are going to earn some great rewards in Kava for minting USDX. All right, now I've covered a lot today. There's a lot more things you can do with Kava, and I will do a follow-up video on that. I haven't even shown you how to withdraw your Kava from this wallet, but that is possible as well. So I'll hit on that when I cover the Cosmostation app. So if you have any questions about anything I did today, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.